And before I get started, I did want to say thank you to all of you who booked personals with me. I greatly appreciate it, and I really look forward to connecting with you and feeling some more of that good energy. So again, thank you. Hello my loves, welcome back to Burning Times Tarot. I'm Jenny, and I'm doing this reading for the new moon in Capricorn on the 2nd of January. So that is 1/2/2022. And yeah, I hope everyone had a good New Year's, or at least is heading into the new year with a sense of optimism and renewal. And yeah, so I'm going to be using a spread that I saw on Ethany's page. I love her, and yeah, I thought that would help keep things a little more concise. So I'm gonna live shuffle the tarot cards, but I did pre-shuffle and get cards for the Oracle decks just to speed things up a little bit. Yeah, so let's get started. So this spread is, about moving forward. What are your goals? What are like concrete things that you can do to start, manifesting the life that you want, manifesting the person that you want to become, all the things that I've been talking about pretty much nonstop on this channel. So pardon me if I have to keep looking at my phone, just because I can never, my memory with spreads is not great. I usually just lay the cards intuitively. So it's 5 cards. The first one is, where do I need to stand strong? So let's start with that, shall we? So can I please get messages for the new Capricorn, January 2022 for Burning Times Tarot Soul Family? Where do you need to stand? It's 5 cards, so I'm just gonna lay them all down, and then we'll get into them. Okay, so the first one is, where do I need to stand strong? The Ace of Cups. I love that. I came up in the last video on spirituality in January 2022, so that's really lovely. Like, it's, standing strong in your emotions, but again, not being controlled by them, but validating yourself, validating your own emotions, and not, being able to see the truth in them, while also being objective about them, and even the negative ones. I'm hearing, like, validate them and accept them, and if they're coming, yes, validate your emotions, let yourself feel your emotions, and but also, validating them doesn't mean that you're not afraid to interrogate them, right? You can validate your own emotions and still acknowledge the times that they might come from, like, a toxic place or a triggered place, and don't necessarily reflect the reality of the situation, but you're having a reaction. Validate that and work through it rather than ignoring it or yeah, pushing it away. So that's, whew, that came through very strong for that one. So number 2, how can I challenge myself in 2022? You're the King of Wands. He's been coming up a lot in the readings as well. First it was the Queen, now we're getting the King. Yeah, challenge yourself, like, you know, challenge yourself as far as following your passions, really trusting that what is yours, the universe will, how do I put this? Trust in yourself, trust in your own power, trust in the universe. That's really what I'm hearing. And the King of Wands, you can see that his crown, it's like it's made of flames. Yeah, the King of Wands, salamanders appear throughout the Wands suit. So the king has this little salamander at their feet, whereas the queen has a black cat. And, you know, there's the coiled salamander here as well, and on his cloak. And so it's really about adaptability, staying true to yourself, true to your passions, but still being flexible. And again, this keeps coming up in every reading I do, and again is one of my kind of overarching messages in general in life is, it's, as I always come back to, it's about being in the flow. It's about, you know, following your passions, but also, yeah, letting go and just really learning how to adapt to whatever is going on around you, because you're not trying to control anything. You're not going into things with too much expectation, which I know it's one of the most difficult things in the world, right? At least for most people I know, myself included. And yes, it's really about the challenge. The challenge to yourself is to stay in this energy and to really embrace that. Again, embrace your passions, embrace your own strength, your own power, but also, you know, to balance that with letting go of ego, because it's from ego that we try to exert that control, that we try to, orchestrate how we think our life should go when there's so much we can't control. And so, yeah, focus on the things you can and let go of the ones that you can't. So, number 3, where in my life requires more sensitivity? Capricorn season, it is about, you know, practicality. It's about having goals. It's about the intentions that we've set at the start of the new year. And, you know, a new moon is the perfect time to start manifesting what it is that you want. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and, you know, Saturn is time. It's about, you know, what you do with your time on Earth, what you do with your time in a day. And yeah, it's about purpose as well. and lessons. And Saturn, Saturn can be one of those scary planets, but it ultimately, you know, when you're really feeling Saturn's effect on your life, it doesn't always feel fun, but you come out the other side better and stronger. At least I hope. I hope everyone does. Yeah, maybe not always, but hopefully in the end we all get there, right? So Capricorn isn't known for being the most sensitive of the signs, or the most emotional. And so it's important to remember what it is that we, you know, as we stand in our emotions, but also just sort of like let them flow through us, how do we remember like what to stay sensitive about? Yes. What area of my life requires more sensitivity? It's the Hermit. Yeah, it's really about being sensitive with yourself. Accept where you are on your journey. Love yourself wherever you are. And really set boundaries and make space for yourself in those areas where you really feel like you need to grow, you need to go deeper, you need more time for yourself. Because, you know, this is about setting goals, this is about, or not just setting goals, but meeting goals, you know, figuring out practical ways to do that, and that's all brilliant. But within all of this practicality and hard work, which is a wonderful thing, you still need to remember your emotions, and you still need to make time to really go within, to not lose sight of your spiritual practice, not lose sight of, you know, really staying in touch with yourself, with spirit, because that's the way that you're going to achieve this. So, she keeps talking. Hold on. So, 4. What long-term goals or plans need my attention? There's 4 of Swords reversed. A lot of these, not the Hermit, but so far all these other cards have come up in the, I think in the last reading, but definitely in the January 2022 ones anyways. They're all kind of interrelated. But, so we have the 4 of Swords reversed. And this really is like coming out of that Hermit energy. And really like getting out there, putting yourself out there, not, yeah, really getting out of your own head, getting out of any self-doubt or any sort of like negative self-talk that has been holding you back. And just really putting all of this into place. And I'm hearing from this, you know, it says what long-term goals or plans, but what I'm hearing is that maybe for some of you, I don't know if you can see him on camera. Cat is here. It's short for Kathmandu. There he is. Sorry. So, yeah, it's, I'm hearing for some of you that maybe you're not sure what your long-term goals or plans are yet. You just know that you want to set them, or maybe, you know, you have a couple, but you haven't really like sat down and and completely thought through like how you want to achieve them or what you want that to look like. So what I'm hearing really loud right now actually is set intentions, write stuff down, do a vision board, or you know, whatever, if it's journaling, if it's a vision board, if it is having a mantra. I'm hearing mantra really loud. Something that you have to verbalize. You know, yeah, you can say it in your head, but I've been talking a lot about the throat chakra. You need to verbalize what you want. You need to start like putting it out into the universe and not just keeping it in your own head. That's what I'm hearing really loud all of a sudden. And it's a delicate balance, because when I say verbalize, that doesn't mean share everything with everyone, because sometimes when you are planning things, it's better to just keep them to yourself, right? I think the mistake I used to make a lot was I would like overshare, but then if I didn't come through on what I talked about, I thought that by saying it, I was sort of like holding myself to something because I was accountable to someone else. But I think in reality, there were a lot of times that I probably just seemed like I was all talk because I would have so many ideas, but that I didn't always see through. And so I think, yeah, I'm hearing really loud. It's keep things to yourself, but share them with spirit, share them with the universe. Vocalize them, verbalize them, but do that within your own space. Just like with the, you know, the hermit energy, that's what it's telling you to do is, you know, you're ready to come out of this rest that you've been in, right? But you really need to get clear on what it is that you want to do, what it is you want to achieve, and how that is going to look. And so now for a lot of you, for some of you, you're perfectly clear. You know exactly what you want to do. You know exactly what you intend to do with your time this year. And so really, for those of you who are, you just, you know, don't lose sight of your emotions, don't lose sight of your connection with Source, and, you know, stay in that King of Wands energy, follow your passion, and things are gonna start falling into place. So, sorry, it's so hard not to tangent. What is the next best practical step forward? It's card 5. It's the 8 of Pentacles. So, beautiful. It's hard work. It's diligence. It's patience. It is mastery, right? Practice. So, yeah, you just need focus, stay focused. You know, that might sound obvious, but it's, you know, I think we all have seen, especially the last 2 years, how quickly things can change sometimes. And so something like stay grounded or stay focused, it's very easy to say, but it's also very, very easy to lose track of. Unless you have like a good practice in place, something that you do regularly that helps to keep you centered, that helps to like move your energy when you start to feel like blocked and shut down, and really, you know, again, I mean, you marry your passion with your emotion in the sense that like you can hang on to your core self while embodying this energy that might be quite new for you, or might be one that you don't always embody in your life. But this really is the key to staying in this energy, is you need to be able to fluctuate properly between this outward energy and then going back inside so that you do, you are able to maintain this, you are able to, keep your goals in focus and not get sidetracked. Or, you know, everyone gets sidetracked sometimes, but not get overly sidetracked by shit that's just gonna, you know, pull you out of what it is that you really want to do and what you want out of life. And, you know, when you have all of this, you know, you stay in your practice, you stay in your passion and your emotions, you stay in the flow, and you get to work, right? So that might sound very obvious, but I mean, I love how straightforward this is. He's back. So yeah, I will. He's so handsome. So let's get to Oracle cards, shall we? So yeah, I pre-shuffled these literally right before I hit record, just to save some time. So yeah, Loteria came out this way. So we had La Dama in reverse, La Calavera, and La Escalera, the ladder. And you'll see a theme weaving its way through all the oracle cards, and you've seen me, like, I always pull on camera, right? And so I would hope that anyone that's been watching by now knows that, you know, I don't have to fake pulling anything, right? So La Dama in reverse is basically, wow, yeah, going back to that Ace of Cups energy, right? Because this is basically, and it's a 3, and we pulled a 3 at 21 in Loteria, because I pointed out the 3. Anyways, La Dama in reverse is really saying, like, don't cloak yourself. Don't be afraid to be raw, and to really not give a fuck what other people think, basically. Don't hide yourself, don't try to sanitize yourself for other people, don't hold yourself back to make other people feel comfortable. Just be you. Stay in that Ace of Cups energy. And then that's followed by La Calavera. And I don't want to spoil anything, but the Death card has been coming up constantly today. And, you know, that makes perfect sense, because 2021 is about to die and reincarnate into 2022. And, you know, I rarely ever take the Death card literally. It's regeneration, it's rebirth, so it makes perfect sense that it would be here today. And then we have La Escalera, which is the ladder, and yeah, and this is 42, which adds up to 6, and you know, it's a 6 year. And then this is 7, so yeah, 3, 6, 7. And so yeah, the 3 of them together are really saying, be yourself, accept yourself again where you are. Like, this is going to be a powerful year of transformation for most people, as a year often is, because it's, you know, it is a significant amount of time in the life of a human. And you know, you're on this journey. Again, it's just accept where you are, you know, one step at a time, one step at a time. And like the hermit, you know, he can only see what's right in front of him because the only thing lighting his way is his lantern. And so he just lives in the present. And this is really what this is saying. You can't see it. So next up, oh yeah, the soul's journey. So what came up was death and humor. And so, and I asked Soul's Journey what would be like the overarching themes of January with the new moon, and it's, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings, and then humor is I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So again, you know, accepting change, staying in the flow. No, we're not gonna set the candle. Yeah, staying in the flow, and and he's gonna pop in on a video at some point. He's so handsome. Yes, you are. Yeah, I'm hearing Dia de los Muertos, just that feeling like, you know, laughing in the face of death, but in this context, death is leaving the old behind, you know, even when it hurts, even when it's painful, but accepting it and being able to just move on and move through it and not hold on to things too tight, and, you know, be able to keep that King of Wands energy, the passion, humor, fun, you know, even when things hurt, still allowing yourself to feel that, feel some sense of wonder or happiness. So, yes. The Angels and Ancestors Oracle. So, again, if you've seen me shuffle, you know, like, I don't need to pretend to pull anything, right? But the first one that came out, again, was Winter. And then we have Water Guardian. So Winter is take care of your needs. Then we have Water Guardian, which came out in a previous one as well. Connect with your emotions. Yeah. And then this one kept popping out, but like it was always with too many other cards, so I kept shoving her back in the deck. She popped out again, so she clearly wanted to come out, and I think she was in the pick a card. So yeah, some of you have very strong energy because that's why stuff keeps repeating itself. So if this is for you, I hope you know that it's for you. So we have Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. And so again, it's so, you know, with Winter, take care of your needs. I get Hermit energy again, like, you know, keep your practice going, you know, especially for those of you where maybe it's brand new, or maybe it's something that you've had issues being consistent with in the past. It's really a reminder, like, take time when you need to go within, to look after yourself, you know, take care of yourself, nurture yourself, pamper yourself, whatever it is that you need to do to stay in that flow. And so then Ace of Cups energy, Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. So again, like the way to maintain that energy is not to shut down and just focus on the practical. It is staying connected. And then we have Earth energy, like the King of Wands, Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. And so again, it's, you know, receptivity, allow yourself to be loved and comforted by others if others are offering, or from a healthy, if they're offering from a healthy place. But even more than that, give that to yourself. When you give that to yourself, then it doesn't, I won't say it doesn't matter what the people around you are doing. Of course that matters, but you're not looking to something outside of yourself to give you something that you can give to yourself, and that in doing that is much more stable and secure than looking for it outside of yourself. And so then, oh yeah, the Messager's Delivery Oracle, 2 of them popped out. So the first one was Queen of the Night, which seems fitting because this is for a new moon. Reflection, compassion, is that what that's it? Yeah. Compassion, rise. Lift those around you by reflecting back their light. The glowing success of others does not shadow your own. Don't be pulled towards feelings of scarcity. The moon shines because its surface reflects light from the sun. Light does not diminish light. We rise by lifting others. And so that's really beautiful. That is definitely, you know, staying in your power, moon, water energy, again, staying connected to your emotions, staying connected to your subconscious, to your spirituality, to source. And it's interesting that the moon shines because its surface reflects light from the sun. You know, this is for the new moon in Capricorn, and we have the sun and the moon and Pluto all in Capricorn right now. So, and I think, is Mercury? I'm just the worst astrologer. I get the concepts. But yeah, it's, so this is like a very powerful time. So that is then followed by Hummingbird, presence, persistence, positivity. So again, like the bird theme just keeps coming up, which I love. And again, it's that, you know, staying in the flow, staying light, staying agile, and maintaining that happiness and that optimism, even when things feel kind of shitty, still being able to find those places of those like pockets of wonder or joy or enjoyment. Because especially when things are shitty, that's what means everything. So this is remain tireless in your pursuit for sweetness. Engage with presence and positivity. Life may be presenting several options. Pay attention to the one nearest you. What you are seeking may be closer than you think. I used to have that taped on my headboard. What was I think it just said everything is closer than you think. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, presence. That's really the word that stands out. Which again, just like I keep saying, stay in the flow. And when you do that, you really start to notice so much more around you and really appreciate the little things around you. And the more that you do that, the more you will start receiving messages from source, the more you will start to see things like interconnect. And we lose so much of that when we aren't present, when we're wrapped up in our head because we're too busy either, you know, being anxious about the future or mulling over the past or ruminating on something. And when you let that go and you're just in the present, that's when all of this beauty starts to flow into your life. So, okay, then I shuffled the Starseed Oracle, and, you know, as I keep saying, Spirit is long-winded through me because 3 cards came out, but I thought this was, yeah, this was fucking nuts. So, the first one was Double Mission, Lightworker, Starseed, serve the world by being you, which, I mean, is such a perfect message given the theme of this reading. And so for those of you, and I actually am going to do a video, I'm going to do a reading that is for Lightworkers, Starseeds, whatever, you know, however you want to term yourself. But if those are things that you identify with or are curious about, then I will be doing a video for that very soon. So yeah, again, it's just like King of Wands, stepping into your power, and La Dama reversed what I was saying, like, don't be afraid to be you, don't edit yourself, don't, you know, dumb yourself down, don't try to sanitize yourself, just let yourself be who and what you are, and in doing that, you will start to attract a lot more of what it is that you want. And so the next one is Cracked Open. And, you know, this is that death card energy that's been coming through. Rock Bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So, again, even when things are shit, when you can still find ways to connect with Source, to find some sort of happiness or wonder, to when you can see the lesson in something even when it's painful, you know, that's when you're in that death energy. That's when you're truly evolving and really integrating the lessons that you're starting to learn. And so then the Blue Flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. I love this card. Like, this Danielle Noel is like such an amazing artist. Her and Rebecca Campbell together, like, they just make so many amazing decks. I mean, this is exactly what has been coming through in all my readings. It is this sense of integration, this sense of activation, this evolution of souls. That's what's really coming through. It's such a beautiful energy. Again, thank you for sharing it with me, because it's really so uplifting, and I just can feel that there's a lot of people out there that are really really getting this new perspective on life and on themselves, and really starting to evolve into like and I don't mean evolve in like a condescending way of, you know, people who aren't evolved are like just shitty or stupid or whatever. Not at all. But just, yeah, I can feel that there are a lot of us out there, you know, and that's why I say soul family, because if you're resonating with me, that's because like we're probably experiencing some similar things, or have experienced similar things. And yeah, it's really striking me how vaginal this is. And I love that because I've been talking about receptivity, which is yin energy. And with this blue flame, it's like this balance between yin and yang, because it is an activation, and so it is putting itself out into the world, and yet it still is like this portal, this womb. Thank you. This is very intense energy, but yeah, it's a really beautiful message for 2022 as a whole and for January. Okay. Source, can we get a song for the new moon in Capricorn, January 2022? No, I don't know. Okay, so this is like definitely a mixed bag of emotions. Sorry. So the first one is, I love this song, it's really beautiful. It's If You See Her, Say Hello by Bob Dylan. It's from the Basement Tapes version, is really good. It's such a beautiful song. I mean, it's fucking Bob Dylan, so you know the lyrics are amazing, right? Yeah. I'm not even gonna try and recite all the lyrics, but then the next one, this one came out in one of the pick a cards recently, but it's Big Love by Louis the Child, EARTHGANG, and MNDR. It's such a like positive, optimistic song, so I really love this. You know, so again, this is like staying in touch with your emotion. Oh my god. Okay, so this is staying in touch with your emotions, right? This is staying in the flow and like hanging on to that happiness. I guess this one is the King of Wands passionate part. This is Give Me That Nut by EAZY. Which is like such a summer song to me, so it's kind of funny it's coming out in Capricorn season, but yeah. Well, yeah, thanks Music Oracle for giving me a laugh. I will include links to the songs in the description box for the video. As I was starting to say, I hope this resonated with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned, because I'm gonna have plenty more videos coming out very soon. And if you want to book a personal with me, you can contact me. You can email me at burningtimestarot@gmail.com, or you can DM me on Instagram or Facebook. And if you want to follow me on social media, I do weekly pick-a-cards, and yes, I post whatever other random shite pops into my head. So yes, thanks for the laugh, and thanks for such beautiful energy. Happy New Year, happy new moon, and I will see you soon.